won the Horizon League tournament, defeating Detroit Mercy in the championship game by 3. Underway in Philadelphia. Dominic Pangonis bounces it to Michael Amaribe. Good defense by Johan Grunlo. Here goes DeRitter on the attack, and we finally have some points in Philly.
Yeah, and he's got 2 blocks already, and the real shot blocker just got in the game, number 2 in the nation.
That's the first field goal for Wright State. And Mallory is off the mark.
I think when Wright State has a chance, they need to push it up, because setting up against this kind of size in the lane is going to be hard the whole game. But they have to pick their spots.
Thomas for 3.
All really good jobs too. Now he's at really a dream job for him.
Callahan's 3 rattles in.
Well, you know what? They're all pretty good jobs.
They sure are. And with the left hand, that is Sam Lewis laying it in.
Pull people under 40. Having that shot blocking ability really helps that.
Amaribe hits it from the outside. That's just his second 3 of the year.
And you know, Ryan Odom told Ugano and Yensu, don't go out on him. Stay in the paint like he did, and he knocks out a 3.
Mallory quickly the other way.
He said, he's got to make it against me? I mean, are you kidding me?
Cooper, and he's their leading scorer, averaging 13 points per game so far this year. What a turnaround for Sargent and Wright State. Callahan, another 3.
When he comes here, Jakari White's way too late. He went one way, came back.
But he has been an integral part of Virginia's success this season. These 2 teams have made a combined 10 straight baskets, and Callahan heating up from the outside.
And let's say this, and Coach Sargent told us this yesterday, one of the best rebounding teams in the country on the offensive glass.
Wow, Burks cleans it up.
One of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country. And let's face it, the Wright State half-court defense has, well, not there. Oh, yeah, there.
Mallory is rejected, but Grunlo is able to put it in.
Really a half-court game.
Yeah, not a lot of rhythm so far for Virginia, and they're 1 of 5 from deep, make it 1 for 6, but there they are on the offensive glass. Thomas fires, and that one is good.
Kentucky threw it up from like 50 feet, and it went in, I think. I'm busy here, though, now.
You're not watching 2 games at once?
Oh, I can do that easy.
White hits from the outside.
Jakari White.
Amaribe from the outside. Yes, it's unbelievable. 1 the whole year, 2 in the first half. Here is DeRitter. Long rebound, tracked down by Thomas. Thomas, too easy. Right by Callahan. 12 second chance points for the Cavaliers. Amaribe thought about another 3. Instead, he races in and scores.
So now they got out on him that time because he made 2. The game got a little helter-skelter, and that's not good for Wright State.
White for 3. It's good. Jakari White has provided a spark off the bench.
Right elbow and forearm, that was the area of concern. Actually has a sleeve under his long sleeve shirt, but I've been told he's good to go. They did some massaging, so he will be available.
Well, you know, it's no surprise that Cam Boozer, the great freshman for Duke, had his worst game of the year, because that was T.J. Burks threw that up high, but
White, another 3. He's red hot.
It's great to have a guy like him coming off the bench who can really shoot it. Wide open. Another
Amaribe. Yes! 3 threes for Amaribe.
That's, you know what?
And a turnover. Cooper with Burks trailing. Cooper lays it in.
Great defense there. You got to stem the tide on these guys. Well, that'll help.
My man, Steve Lapis. A home game for Steve this weekend. Cooper, turnaround, yes.
That was a pain point.
Just 5 points, and so far today, he only has 2.
Yeah, he didn't have a good end of the year, no doubt.
Lewis hits from the outside. That elbow looks okay. Callahan had the hot hand early, looking to pick it up again. That one's good. Callahan with his 4th triple. Virginia used its timeout in the first half. Wright State still has
There's in the post,
and there it is. Lap to Ritter for 2.
I can see how this Wright State team was really good defending the rim in the Horizon League. That's not good defense.
Burks off glass, and Clint Sargent will call his use it or lose it timeout. DeRitter locates Thomas in the corner, and a great start for Virginia in the second half.
Assume they're not going to make them, they're going to come back to earth, or think they're going to make them and get out there a little bit more.
Amari Bay rejected it. Lewis misses the follow, and Amari Bay able to corral it. We have to be the aggressor in this game, and that's what he just told Evan again. UVA has not done that, although Wright State now turns it over for the 3rd time this half, and Hall lays it in.
You know, not having him in the first half with those 2 fouls. He went right into the help. It was standing there staring him in the face, really.
Cooper, turnaround jumper is good. Lewis from the outside, yes. You can feel the Virginia fans in the building. A lot of orange behind the UVA bench.
Good pass.
DeRitter wide open. It's good. Here's White on the attack with the right hand, yes.
This kid is really given a tremendous lift.
Pangonis hits the 3. His first field goal of the afternoon. Win in tournament play came in the first 4, and that was 4 years ago. White off balance, 3 is good. Each team has made 11 triples today. Amari Bay with the shot clock at 5. Trying to spin on Thomas. Now the step back. Oh, what a tough shot.
He's been so good.
And Thomas lost a handle. Birch, 1-on-2. Birch spinning. Counted.
At the basket. He is a menace defensively, let me tell you. That was a pirouette. It's just going to get harder and harder for Virginia. And these guys are feeling better and better. You can't leave him alone.
Wow, Jakari White, another 3.
Complete miscommunication by these 2 guys. Watch what happens. They don't know. Oh, they both go out, and then they both go back, and you leave the ball alone. You cannot leave the ball alone, especially this guy.
Cooper. Step back jumper. Off the mark, and the rebound to Ritter. Up ahead, Lewis in transition. Is Lewis all the way? Feed Pickett. Pickett draws the double. Callahan extra pass. 3 ball on the way, and it's good for Birch. Lewis spinning all over the place, so now DeRitter will set it up for the Cavaliers. He dribbles right in. Rejected by Amari Bay. Birch 1-on-1 with Mallory. Birch to a cutting Cooper. Jakari White has been the savior for the Cavaliers today. He's got 19, make it 21. And the Cavaliers back up by 1. Out to a wide open Thomas.
You can't hit it. Better look than that.
And the rebound right to Hall. Scoops it to Grunlow for 2. Wright State has gone 3.5 minutes without a field goal.
Oh, what a catch.
And Grunlow lays it in.
That was a tough catch.
On an 8-0 run. White for 3. Good. That sets an NCAA tournament record for the Cavaliers. Amari Bay trying to answer. It's good. 5-point game a minute to go.
You better go.
5 to shoot. White is going all the way for 2.
He had Amari Bay on him, and he knew it, and he took him. And that's not a good matchup. Just goes right by him. Way too easy, but that was a bad matchup.
The Raiders gave the Cavaliers everything they could handle, But UVA is moving on to the second round.